Team Banks. I'm trying to remember Team AJ over here. When it's all said and done, I would like you to wrap up. You can, of course, have people come alongside you to discuss. If you want to come up as a group, that's totally fine. If you want to come up individually, I'll let you guys decide that. Yes?
Does that count as our part of the speaking? Like if we just
Yes.
take it to the conclusion?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, yes, yes. Everyone does speak. At this moment right here, I want to give you guys 5 minutes, let's say, just kind of initialize, organize as team members who's going where, quick recap of the points you want to make. And as long as you guys aren't necessarily interrupting the person who is speaking, I understand if there's little whisper conversations of, hey, write that down. I do recommend both teams have moments to scribe, to write down what the other team is saying and points made. There's going to be a lot of information exchanged, so I kind of would expect that. All right. Here in 5 minutes, we'll flip a coin among the team captains and to determine who goes first.
Can we go
To
first?
determine who goes first. If you win the coin flip, you can make that decision at that time. All right. Questions about the format? Very good, very good. Okay, it's 2:13 right now. Let's come back to 2:18, 5 minutes. Just kind of have that initial organization of team, who's doing what. Remember, it is a participation day today, so.
Okay.
Do you want me to speak first?
So he's doing the introduction. So he's going to be the introduction, and then you guys will take the rest of the 5 minutes to fill it with reasons that we're right.
So when do I talk?
You guys are on the rebuttal.
Yeah, but when do I say something? Because I don't know what to say.
In the
You
rebuttal.
basically listen to them argue, make their points, and then it's your job
And then you
to
tell us
prove
why.
them wrong. To make them look like idiots.
But I'm not good at proving people wrong.
You just. Well, figure it out.
Fair enough.
Do you understand everything that's there?
Yeah,
He
we
takes
don't
this
need
super
no.
seriously. You should just like kind of not take this seriously. Yeah, and then just like he's just
Is that a yes for everyone?
over it.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Just be chill. We're chill.
Their entire argument is based off of privacy. Nobody cares about privacy.
Do you have social media?
I do not. I barely have any social media.
Yo! Blood is recording me. Is that an orange shirt? Green lanyard.
Whoa.
I do not approve of that.
Are you recording him, bro?
Yes, dude. He's recording.
This is why we shouldn't record anything ever.
Ooh.
Oh, you embarrassed your little secret's gonna get out?
That was meta. Extra credit. Oh, extra credit for AJ.
That's extremely biased.
Bias.
Oh no, I said the correct
I'm a
thing.
teacher. I can, yeah.
Hey, we should record that.
I've been recording it.
Record that bias right
We're
there.
ready. You guys about
Take
ready?
that to
Are y'all
court.
ready? Y'all ready? Can we go ahead and eliminate the rest of those 5 minutes because we're ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Petition?
Let's do it.
All right.
What are you recording on?
Yeah.
What's your call when you're ready?
It's a Google Pixel, dude. At least record me with it.
Punch him in the face.
A Google Pixel's so much
Oh
better.
my gosh, you guys are hilarious. Shoot. Would you go in like Lori and grab it?
I am not physically powerful.
Oh, yeah,
I'll just put my phone. It's alright.
No, we're gonna do this old school. All right. So, what are we flipping for? We're flipping for the decision of whether or not to go first or to defer to the other party.
So if
So
I
if
call
you win-
tails and it lands on tails, I can't choose to go second.
Oh, you get to pick. You get to
Okay.
pick. Or you can defer. You get to pick or you can defer. All right.
You don't want to go first?
This is our second time doing this.
It is kind of
When I get mine.
who got to pick the call last time?
After.
I'm
Today?
not telling you. 'cause
No, I have soccer practice.
All
I'll
right.
talk,
Yesterday or last time we
I'll
debated?
talk to you about it.
I think it was me.
Yes.
I think it was me. and Ella.
Okay. So AJ's gonna call
Was
this
it?
one.
I don't know.
50-50 either way. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
All right. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads!
Hey,
Chat,
heads.
that's-
All right.
We'll be going second.
Team AJ will be going second. All right. Team Isaac, prepare your team.
Guys, get in. Everyone huddle. Everybody huddle. Huddle, guys. Get up. Huddle.
bro.
Huddle. Come on in. Everybody get in.
I'm not touching
Are you
anyone.
recording right now?
Touch me.
Get the recording.
he's recording.
Get the recording on my face right now.
He zoomed in.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I know what he's gonna do with that later.
get ready. This is the pinnacle of your lives. Nothing else has mattered.
Yes.
Good.
Got it.
If you don't win, dude, get in the circle. If we don't win today, I will find your addresses. Let's go.
So you're gonna leave your
All right, get up there.
Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Great Debate 2023 video class, audio video production, and it is Team Banks versus Team AJ. The great question we are asking is whether or not recording of everything, everywhere, all the time, for the rest of time should happen, or nothing of the sort of any recording, audio and video should take place. I'm your presiding judge and teacher for the day, Mr. Jordan Plaza. And up first, they have gotten to, they lost the coin toss, but decided to go first anyways and not concede. It's Team Banks. Here we begin. Yes, consent from the peanut crowd.
just so.
Keep it in team.
Why are they Banks and we're AJ? Like, why are you using his last name?
Because I didn't tell him how to spell Isaac.
He didn't tell me how to spell Isaac, so I dubbed him Sir Banks.
Yo, give me a pose real quick.
I think Team
Give me our team pose.
Team Prentice.
That does sound good.
Here, Team Prentice.
W. Prentice v. Banks.
All right.
That does sound good.
All right, quick flash photography, here we go. All right, please do join us as we go. We got this documenting.
Live.
Speakers on the floor, here we go.
Alright, so just to introduce ourselves, we are the side of recording everything at all times. And during this debate, we'll be telling you why it's a good idea to record everything at all times and a bad idea to never record anything.
Hello, I am here to tell you the positives of recording everything.
Could you speak up?
No! Okay, yeah, I will speak up. All the positives of recording everything all the time is, one, you can know what crime is what's happening right now. You know who did it. You know what happened. And you know where they're gonna be at all times. And that's the benefit. You know what crime's happening all the time.
Of course, you are welcome to consult with your team. You have a running clock of 5 minutes if you need to. So to forget a point, always bring it up. I'd rather have a knowledge app.
Ladies
Thank
and gentlemen, members of the AV class, we gather here today to discuss an important debate, a more theoretical but logical debate. Why do we want to record everything? It is simple. The more recording we have, the more proof we have. Crime rates will drop, safety will rise, but at one cost, privacy. Now, privacy is a myth. The government already knows everything about you. At this point, they could release everything and everyone's knowledge could become public. However, if it becomes just public knowledge and people try to shame you, what happens? You shame them back. This becomes a war of everybody shaming each other because everybody has everybody's secrets. Eventually, it becomes normal. And when it becomes normal, shame will slowly die out. Privacy will be a myth, but safety and the lives of others will increase. So, let us ask the question, do we really just want to stop recording everything? Do we want to give up the entire job market of Hollywood? Like thousands of people would lose their jobs because what? We just want some privacy? Some people would go homeless, the economic structure would fall, media itself would collapse in on itself because of how much change recording nothing would be. Now, some may make arguments like, oh no, but what about my search history? Well, first of all, you shouldn't have been on those sites in the first place.
Continue.
You're in the build-up. You're not supposed to be attacking us already. Oh my god.
He can though.
Don't
Whose
worry,
side
Terry,
are you
a
on,
very
though?
good rebuttal.
It is called
Please-
the preeminent first strike.
please silence here. Let the speaker finish. You will have your time.
Let him cook now. Let him cook.
Okay. So, let's go into some other points. Number one, terrorist attacks would drop because since everything is recorded, all of a sudden you know what the terrorist plans are. All of a sudden, no more bombings. Next, crime rates would drop. If someone commits a crime and they get caught, all of a sudden you have all the evidence you need, which means more fair and just punishments for people. So this would mean no more false accusations, no more people getting away with stuff, and more essentially, everybody would be safer. Next, the job market would pretty much crash if we just stopped recording everything, because Hollywood would die out. And that would also include content creators, musicians, basically anybody who relies on recording on audio all of a sudden would lose their jobs, and that could cause an economic crash. So, I know people want privacy, but if we had an option between the two, would you rather want a pretty much anarchy because no one would be able to record anything? So, just think about my arguments, because privacy is a myth. The government is always watching you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Let him cook now. Let him cook.
You still do have a moment or two if you wish to utilize it. If you wish to, you can also pass.
You also get behind the scenes of a lot of movies and TV shows.
Oh, shoot.
All the funny stuff. And if you tell a funny joke, it'll be recorded.
Oh, shoot. Oh, and time.
All the moments with your friends.
At this
The
time,
group chats, guys.
Whoa.
at this time, I would like to give both teams a chance to recap and recuperate and perhaps jot some initial notes from the opening arguments from Team Banks.
I would just like to add, just like you said,
This is not the time for inferral. Wait for it. Wait for it. You'll have time to chance.
Bro, you're chilling here. I'm literally sending you my invitation to the speech and debate team today over email. I expect you to be there.
I'm already in tennis, bro. I can't be there. Sorry. I'm already.
Thank you.
Hey, bro.
Camera's off, please.
No.
Why do I feel like I'm about to get smacked?
There you go.
Team Banks, I recommend jotting some notes as
We don't need notes. We're actually all intellectuals. So
Excellent.
I need a famous quote from you. Valid. I'm going to clean my phone now.
Teacher side, Judge is back on now. Wait, Judge is somewhere. Judge Wick back on right now.
dude. He keeps recording me. I didn't actually sign it.
Hey, we're on the recording of everything, team. It's fine.
But
That's fair. I'm actually feeling really comfortable now.
We got 3 cameras in
I actually feel very
You guys
happy.
should feel uncomfortable.
Like, I'm actually really disappointed that that corner isn't getting recorded at all. Can somebody get a camera over there?
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Yes, please.
Somebody make sure. And then we still need this wall. Good job, Lacey. Great job, guys.
Good job. Good job.
Keep everything recorded. Everything needs to be known.
Yes. No
Can
secrets.
somebody get a camera on Gannon's phone, please?
Stop, they're trying to record it now.
Somebody,
Already did.
somebody
I've been
record-
recording this. I already have 15 minutes of camera roll on.
Lacey, can you go up?
Okay. Please give the other time a few moments.
Yeah, they're good. They can take their time.
Oh, I'm. Go up when you're
Ready
ready.
to rock? Ready to rock?
Whenever you're ready, get in.
Landon, if you would return, this would be great. Awesome. Awesome. Alrighty. Alrighty. If the people of the jury would, or the people of the court would direct their attention,
Yeah, for sure.
whenever you guys are ready, speakers, it's all yours.
We are the side recording nothing for the rest of the time, and one of our points is privacy. Even though the recording side said privacy is a myth, we believe that if everything ever was recorded, you would have no privacy because all those times that you were recorded forever would be on tape. And what is the point of recording everything ever? You would not enjoy the moment as much as you would if you weren't recording. You'd be too busy recording. And a couple of our other points is all of your social security and like bank and all your information would be free game to anybody that wanted it because you were being recorded. That's kind of the start of our 3-part build-up.
Alright, so on the next part, we had like space for all the storage, you know, like we need like terabytes upon terabytes of video footage if it's all just being recorded all the time. So we would not have enough like space to build up servers, and like we'd have to keep building more and more buildings, and then we probably wouldn't have enough resources for those buildings, and then we'd also have to make like a lot of cameras to keep filming everything all the time. We also want like have enough people to watch those cameras to make sure they aren't like breaking or anything or needing to be fixed. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Our third point is the environment. While filming everything would provide comprehensive coverage, it would require an enormous number of cameras. And that would require a lot of resources, it would require a lot of energy usage, and it would waste a lot of electricity. It also contribute to pollution and have a bad environmental impact. It'd be very hard to find a balance in between having that coverage and the environmental impact. It would take a lot of raw materials and metals and plastics, which would lead to degrading the environment, and this could also lead to a demand in fossil fuels or an additional strain on renewable resources and stuff like that.
You can confer with your team. You still do have approximately 2.5 minutes.
Mr. Glaza, can I be the rebuttal and ask them something?
It's up to your team discussion.
May I ask them something? Leader, may I ask them a question?
Settle down.
He said I can ask as long as it's okay with you.
Yeah, when it's time to ask questions. Yeah. What do I say about that? If you have a question, you say you're so they never actually said that. You're getting too pressed. This is a theoretical. That's right.
To touch up on the privacy, we think that if you were recorded all the time, traumatizing events that people wouldn't want to see are being recorded, and just how would those traumatizing events be recorded? And then we also think that if everything ever was recorded, even recent things happening today, when things aren't being recorded forever, people are getting humiliated online with things that happen to them or things that they have done. So it would just lead to a lot of embarrassing moments and harassment.
Now, if we were recording like everywhere all the time, that doesn't mean it just has to be on Earth. So if we're recording like the whole universe, there just simply would not be enough storage on Earth for like any of that footage.
Yes. And also, if we recorded all of that time, there would be so much footage to go through. We wouldn't be able to keep track of it all because there would be an infinite amount of it.
So I have a question.
Not at this moment.
Oh. You said to interrupt him now.
No. I said when it's time.
Alright, and that
When it's
is
question
time.
Okay.
Wonderful presentations on both behalves. Thank you guys for participating in this.
Opening arguments have been made. It is time to regroup in our tables, in our individual teams, to come up with questions. We will ask of the other team in hopes to poke holes in their argument or in hopes to further dive into information. That being said, please do take the next 5 minutes as a group and decide maybe how you want to conquer that. And begin with your questions that you wish to ask the other team. Then, after the questions have been done, you guys went first, so we'll actually have them ask their questions first. We'll have 3 minutes of question time, and then we'll have you guys launch your questions in return. Again, just 3 minutes. It is not a time for response. It's just asking questions. And then at the end of that 3-minute period for each team, we'll have an opportunity to rebuttal. Fair warning, looking at clockwise time today, because of the alternative schedule we're experiencing with the buses, we might not get a chance to rebut today for both teams. So if that's the case, we'll collaborate as a team and return to this tomorrow. It depends on how things kind of go. Odds are we'll be making our final rebuttals and conclusions tomorrow after we've had time to collaborate as a team. All right, your 5 minutes begins now for the questions.
Okay.
5 minutes to prepare.
Come on, guys, come on, come on. Get in here, get in here. Alright, what we need to do is we need to ask questions that are targeted to help us build up a rebuttal, things that's gonna trap them. So like we can ask them like about accountability, like we should use keywords that's gonna be kind of hard for them. So like one thing I think that we should really push is the idea that they're not looking for privacy, they're just avoiding accountability. Because they're talking about like how they don't want things to get recorded because then you might get in trouble, and so they're not talking about privacy. In fact, in the rebuttal, I would even say like you tried to push the point of privacy, but you only pushed lack of accountability, something like that. That's gonna sound like it just makes the views sound like kind of sour. So asking questions, like targeted questions, that are gonna make them say things that you can quote in the rebuttal.
Also, on the traumatizing events, all we have to do is say, you don't have to watch it. No one is forcing you to watch all the footage. And again, theoretical situation of everything's being recorded. Purely theoretical.
Yeah. So also that if we touch on that, we can talk about how their idea of how are you going to record it, and like it's not like this new law where you have to record everything. Everything is just being recorded. You don't have to record it. It's already being recorded.
That was my idea.
So then it's even saving money because of now we don't have to pay for cameras because everything's already being recorded.
No, and I also have it will even out from the crime rates of property damages
Right,
and all
right.
that. So eventually it will all even out.
Right. Yeah.
I wonder how many videos that guy has on his camera roll.
Gannon just sent me.
The kid with the Nike shirt.
Gannon's sending me reels right now.
Yeah, alright. Let's think of some points they might make against us. So I think they're gonna try to stick to the so-called Privacy Act. You're gonna definitely bring up the traumatizing stuff. Yeah. Chill. Honestly, alright. If the traumatizing stuff gets recorded, we can find out who's
Team Prentice is ready to rock when you guys are
Awesome.
ready.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Full 5.
Oh.
Chill. Hey, calm down.
I forgot I wasn't in the same chair.
Twist around. Thank you, sir. And then, yep, face that way. I want to see their faces in your video.
All right.
Who is it like specific people have to answer? I don't have to answer.
No. It's just an opportunity to ask questions. The team will have a chance to prepare their answer and then
okay.
have a rebuttal at the end. Hopefully, the answering of the questions will happen during the rebuttal. Or if you choose to ignore them, of course, that's taken into
Wait, so
consideration.
we don't have to answer right now?
No, it's just questions asking time. So you'll need scribes on either side probably to document the questions that you should be working with. I of course have the video, so it works out. Yes.
So we're doing the questions, but not the answers.
Not right at this moment, no.
So when do we get the answers?
After the 3 minutes for each side. So it gives an opportunity for both to launch, prepare an argument to counteract the
question being asked. Sorry if there was any confusion on that. I think it'll be best. So a little bit different. Rather than thinking on the fly, it's more of a collaborative effort. All right. So if the teams are ready, Team Prentice, you have the opportunity for asking questions at this time. You'll be given 3 minutes. Of course, as fast as we can jot down notes. You guys prepped over here?
Give me 1 second.
Let me give me a pencil.
1 second. One more second.
Throw me a pen.
1 more second. You got your time, Garrison. No rush. No rush. You're good. You're
That
good.
was a good catch.
None of these pencils are sharp.
Yeah.
Hey, you're all right. You need one?
Yeah.
You need a pencil?
Yeah, it is.
Lit. Thank you very much, Mr. Bowser.
Of course. All here for companies.
Filming, ball throwing, left-handed tossing. What?
I think
Are you
we're-
lefty?
Ambidextrous. Like the ducks of the human world.
Amphibious. I get it, except a duck is not amphibious.
Well, no. Ducks fly, they swim,
They're not.
and they go underwater. Whereas like regular humans, they go underwater, they don't last too long, they don't fly.
Amphibious, as in they live on land and sea, or the clade of amphibians.
Bingo. Exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. Questions from Team Prentice. You guys ready to rock over here?
Yep.
I do have a question.
Yes. Clarification.
So, about like in reference to so you said this is a great start.
Weakness.
The government, as you said, would use this to lower crime rates. Let's say.
Thank you. Yep.
So let's say a government has decided that they want to target a specific person or a specific, maybe be like an activist, someone who's protesting against the government, or it could be a whole ethnic minority, or this happens in our world. World War II did happen. I think could this be weaponized, or how could you protect them from this technology being weaponized against them by the government? Because the government can find you wherever you were. So if you were an activist against something the government is doing, and they wanted, and you're getting a little too popular, they could kill you. They know where you are at all times. So.
I have a question.
What's your question?
The government, would they have privacy? Are they not getting recorded? But they are getting recorded since everything's getting recorded. So the government doesn't have privacy anymore. How would that keep the government on the same level as us with the information side of everything?
Yeah, that sounds like a national security risk.
Yeah.
It actually helps people. So.
Just hold your response to the
And also everything that the government was keeping private is not private anymore. So.
And there are definitely some things I believe should probably be kept private.
Our turn?
No.
That's great. No.
They have the full 3 minutes unless they
okay.
choose not to use it.
I didn't understand. Alright, thanks.
Okay, so the answer to
So as AI technology gets more advanced, what do you think you can protect people from deepfakes? Because if they're able to create deepfake videos of people doing things, then that defeats the entire purpose of recording everything. If an AI could make a recording of someone doing a bad thing, then you could persecute that person based on this recording. Because AI, as AI gets more advanced, right, they're able to do that. So what safeguards would there be to protect people from AI?
Another point, did you ever think about how this could go financially?
Yeah.
Please hold your response.
Who's paying for everything? The construction of all the server rooms, the maintenance, building all the cameras, all the natural resource collection, et cetera, et cetera.
That is time for your group. Thank you very much. While the other group finishes jotting notes, Garrison, I see you jotting away there. Did you catch most of those.
So number one question was government used to weaponize it. Government has no privacy. AI and deepfakes, and who's paying? Is that all the questions you guys had?
Very watered down, yes.
Okay, good.
Do you want us to add anything else to this?
No, I
It's very
Alright.
courteous to Team Banks. Alright.
Our turn? Good, good.
Team Prentice,
Lit.
Team Banks. Let's
Alright.
switch roles here.
Okay. So I think our first question would be like, a lot of the time what you guys were mentioning was the financial, like you mentioned in your question. And I guess like our question is where in this theoretical, because this is a theoretical, did it mention anything about needing to build or take care of it being recorded? The theoretical never proposed the idea that we would be the ones recording or that we would even have to handle how it's getting recorded. In fact, the theoretical just says everything gets recorded. So the idea of saying that we need to take care of the recording, therefore providing storage, making cameras, running cameras, anything like that, where do you get that, and how is that such a thing in this theoretical, and how does that even apply to the conversation? Then another question would be, in this case where we're talking about us having to build, produce, and operate all these things, wouldn't that be a beneficial thing because that provides more jobs and stuff like that? Landon, what was your question?
So I had a question for the kid in the Nike shirt. When you were up there, you had a phone in your hand. How many videos have you got on there?
Go ahead and check.
Wrong kid in the Nike shirt.
Yeah.
You can't answer.
Yeah, you can't answer. Okay, Jake, go ahead. What's your question?
Can I?
No.
No.
Just one second. We gotta finish your question.
We'll get to it at the end.
Well, yeah.
We'll get to it at the end.
So how are you guys going to make up for the loss of jobs in the entertainment industry, and how is the lack of entertainment from no videos or anything going to affect people? An estimated 5 to 10 million jobs are in the entertainment industry, and there's just a lot of job loss.
And then another question I have is, with this concept of privacy, a lot of the time what you guys were mentioning was like things that you personally want to keep private, like things that would just lead to accountability. So I guess where do you draw the line for holding more people accountable to giving criminals privacy? Because even in our current position, we take a lot of criminals' privacy away, like in jail. We take their privacy because those people can't be trusted with privacy. And now in this case where everyone loses their privacy, it's not really so much a conversation of privacy, but accountability. Because privacy, like we already mentioned, in this day and age, it already doesn't exist. And one question you mentioned where the government could just find you, well, they already can. So that really isn't a change. I guess the line, where do you draw the line between privacy and accountability? And then for the last 5 minutes, Landon would like to sing us a song. Go ahead.
What?
Never mind, we're done.
Alrighty. We might have to have you guys repeat a couple of those questions just for note taking.
Yeah, it was just your second question. I'm the only person typing.
You know what? I have no idea what the second question was. What have you got?
It was benefits of jobs.
Oh, really?
That might have been the third.
Oh yeah, no, wait. It was wouldn't it make more jobs to have all of these cameras being operated if we were playing outside of the theoretical?
Thank you. Theoretical, yes.
I'm ready for this rebuttal, bro.
Okay. So, given the time and kind of the unique schedule today, I think they're going to do an overhead announcement for the beer bustle thing that's happening today. We're going to